Jets have a really hard schedule next year, Rich.
No, please.
At Dallas, at Denver, at Raiders. Obviously, they play Bills, Dolphins, Patriots. Home for the Chiefs, home for the Chargers, home for the Eagles.
And that's part of the reason why they're probably thinking to themselves, we can't go into the season with year 3 with Zach. They've got to be sitting there thinking that. And they're also thinking, I don't blame Woody Johnson for saying, you know what, we got to get somebody veteran and big time in here. Take a look at the last 10 seasons for the New York Jets offensively. The NFL Network Research Department put this together, and I had our friends here at the Rich Eisen Show put it together. Last 10 seasons, Jets offense is dead last in points per game, total yards per game, yards per play, red zone touchdown percentage, passer rating. Dead effing last.
Wow.
10 seasons. Enough's enough. Take a look at the last 10 seasons for starting quarterbacks. 10 of them. 10 seasons. 8 guys. All of them under 500. All of them. Darnold, 13-25. Geno. Look at this. The comeback player of the year. He's got $105 million somewhere else. 12-18. Look at Fitz. Fitz came the closest to being 500. 13-14. Zach Wilson, 22 starts, 8-14. They've already had enough of him because of the previous 8 years of awfulness on offense. McCown, Flacco, Mike White. There's on our petty list. There's Bryce, who's the least of the petty list. Trevor Siemian started one game, didn't finish it. Lost that one. So, guess what? I don't blame Woody for sitting here saying, we've got to do something big. And the two choices to do something big right now, Rodgers and Lamar. Rodgers, as you just heard from Breer, doesn't cost you a 1. And it costs you money. And there's no shame in Zach Wilson sitting behind Rodgers for 2 years if Rodgers wants to play for 2 more. Brady showed you can be viable to 45. What, does that give Rodgers 6 more seasons if he wants to? So the idea would be, we'll sign you 2 years or 3 or whatever, and that third year may be one of those that you tack on there so it's salary cap friendly. And Zach, you sit there, you learn, check him out, you check out how it's done, you marinate. And then in year 4, we'll try to figure out, do we pick up your 5th-year option sight unseen? That's the sort of thing that the Packers have to figure out with Jordan Love. Do they do it or not? That's a problem down the road. But at least you get Aaron Rodgers. Which I still can't believe I'm saying those words for the Jets. With that schedule coming up, you're going to stick Zach out there? Does Jimmy G give you the big swing that you're looking for? And then there's Lamar. With Lamar, it's less money with Rodgers. It's fewer draft picks given up. 2 1s? Man, that's a ton of cash. But Lamar in New York would be electric. 1, Zach's toasted. You're done with Zach. But I would have to do and Joe Douglas, you heard Albert Breer says he knows people in Baltimore. He'll find out what the hell happened at the end of the season and what's going on behind the scenes there in Baltimore. That's my spidey sense going crazy. But Lamar in New York would be electric. He would be up there with Judge. He would be up there with name anybody in the last 10 years that's dominated headlines and has gotten people rising, putting their number on the back of the jersey. The Jets would sell 8s for days. But that's an expensive proposition. Boy, it's an expensive proposition. The other one, you're kind of half measuring. You got to look Rodgers in the face and see how serious he is about this sort of thing. If he's even thinking for a split second, maybe I should retire, then you got to call the Ravens up and figure out what to do there. But I think they've got the first order of business first. Let's go with a guy who is an first ballot Hall of Famer at the end of his career again. It'll cost us less than a first-round draft choice, multiple picks, I'm sure, but we hold on to our first. And it's just a couple years, and then we see what we got in Zach. So we don't waste completely that second overall pick from 2 years ago. Owner likes him, so he's happy. He fired up Air Woody. I think that's their choice, and they had to make it before the Ravens did what they did with Lamar. And they see this thing through, but Lamar's a heck of a plan B. I think that's the right way to play it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.